What up? We're live, and we're gonna go over a lot of stuff today. How's some water? So today we're gonna go over. I'm gonna go over my review for last week and all my trades. There was 3 days that I traded. So we'll review all those little trades real quick, and then we'll look at the action we got this week and review what my last week game plan was and compare that with what actually happened. Then we'll create an actual game plan for this coming week. So it's going to be quite a long stream, probably. Usually this takes me 2 hours at a coffee shop, but instead we're going to stream it now. It's the plan. All right. Where's the mouse? All right, there it is. So first, let's just review last week's game plan, and then we'll dive into the trades that happened. So let me pull that up, man. Boom. All right. This was my analysis for last week, for this last week, but I wrote this on last Sunday for the coming week. Okay, whatever. Anyways. So let's share these buddies. And I'm still new to Windows. I'm used to using MacBook. All right, let's start with the NASDAQ. Nothing on the higher time frame for a market structure shift. There was an SMT on the lower time frame. So obviously this last week's candle. Oh, that's yesterday's candle. Last week's candle. Nothing on the higher time frame. SMT on the lower time frame for weakness. Bearish bias, especially with the SMT update. NASDAQ broke higher Sunday, probably straight bullish now. So plan is to still the same, but a deep pullback may not be in the cards, and we may need to keep an eye on the daily ranges to get long. So yeah, we were looking for longs. We head higher into last week's candle premium. That's where I would be wary of a pullback getting long. So obviously we opened here Sunday. We were looking for a pullback into this candle range, which if you split that up, came down to the 618 of that wick, which it's not something that I'm like always targeting, but just cool to take note. If you look at the fair value gap though, or the real fair value gap. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, we were looking for longs. We wanted to get a pullback. So here is Friday, and then Sunday we gapped up, took out the high. This was the SMT I was talking about. The other indices were already above this high here. So maybe we can make this a little bigger. That looks nicer. So yeah, there was an SMT here before Sunday. Took it out. Got the pullback. Which, boom, 50%. Could have went long there. Should have went long there. But I didn't. And if I just didn't know if we would head up, how high we'd head up. But if we use the logic, this didn't take out any crazy liquidity. I guess it did, these lows here, and then sharp buyback. So logical target would have been up here. So let's just pull up how this could have been traded. We got long right at the 50%, which is the logical entry. Risk the candle low, and then target at least 3R. we would have been able to take profit slightly above this high, but if we had a runner for higher targets for the real, that would have been a great trade. So, plan worked out. Did I take it? No. I messed up a lot of things on Monday, which we'll get into, which I don't know if I posted a review for that. Did I? Okay, whatever. So yeah, the analysis on the NASDAQ was spot on as I updated it on Monday. I was leaning bearish just because of the SMT, but for me that wasn't enough to just get in. And I'm pretty sure the flow, there were some other things. All right, ES. 4-hour market structure shift. Yeah. So yeah, that was why I wouldn't have taken a long. There's a 4-hour market structure shift to the upside. Looks like it could retrace for long setup. So same exact thing happened here. If we got in on the fair value gap, same exact setup. Just would have been a stressful trade. If we go in smaller time frame, maybe we could have gotten it a little cleaner. Sometimes I use the order block to get a better entry. So would have missed it if I was waiting for that. But yeah, if I maybe I could have used something else. Anyways, same thing happened though. Could have went long, didn't do it. We were bullish, missed out. Intermediate term bullish with the market structure. It still looks weak though, but as of right now, the upside is still likely for the Dow. So yeah, came up here, looked really weak still, super deep pullback. Still upside likely, but looks weak. And look how that played out. Barely got any higher and created equal highs here and then manipulated it. So yeah, man, that was spot on again, man. This is why you stick to your plan. So I already did all that work and then I just changed my mind off of a little silly thing. All right, Forex DXY was bearish. Let's see here, man. Let's see here. So this is the week before. This is the candle I was going off of. So yeah, I was bearish. Targeting this low. So that happened, just waiting for this to come lower into the higher time frame value gap. So that's one thing that didn't happen. It took this low out and then just pumped. So just waiting for this to come lower, below swing lows, shorts on Forex pairs. If we don't come into discount for a short, which means if we come back higher before we go lower, then get short. Or wait, what? So just waiting for this to come lower, below swing lows. Oh, short if we came into here, yeah. So that didn't happen, but we did take out this swing low though. I mean, look at this was Friday, so Monday the analysis literally happened. Boom, took out the low. Wasn't expecting this, but that wasn't out of the realm of what I was looking for though. I was just looking for at least a low to be taken. So obviously as it bounced, that was a sign that maybe we'd hold here. Weekly chart has failed for the euro. So yeah, dollar swept the low, pumped. Now the euro. Euro failed to create displacement on the what? On the weekly, man. On the weekly. Yeah. Failed this high. Wow. Failed to create displacement, respected weekly fair value gap. Chart still looks bullish besides the deep pullback on Friday though. So boom, took out this high. My analysis that it failed already was right. It took out the high and then dumped. That was what I was worried about, was that we would come up, but then we would just reject. So that's funny that created market structure shift. It may just be pulling back so long and should maybe on the tail we get low enough. Could swing low before heading back up. What did it do? I think it did something of the sort. No. I think the euro did, or the pound did though. Yeah. Boom. So I missed. Man, how did I miss that one? That's a bummer. Yeah, what? Monday at... Oh, okay, yeah, that's why. I was asleep. I always miss these amazing euro trades and pound trades because it's always happening at, for me, that's 1 in the morning. 3 in the morning, 1 in the morning again. 3 in the morning. So, because I'm 2 hours ahead New York time. So, that's just a big bummer, man. Missing out on these trades, but that's alright. Let other people take them. This pair does have a market structure shift to the upside on the weekly, but the wick, I mean, technically kind of does, but the way it wicked and got rid of any fair value gaps. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, this is a... So yeah, this could come back down, dig into here, and then head back up now that it's rejected this high. So I could expect... Anyways, I'm already getting into the analysis. This pair does have a market structure shift, looks more bullish. Blah, blah, blah. Prior swing, was it more bullish? Oh, this is the chart we should be looking at. Oh, these are both euro. That's not right. Pound and euro. So if we take a look, yeah, pound does look more bullish, but looks like it didn't play out though. Could get small size, lower time frame doesn't look as good. So long into a deeper pullback like the euro. So this was the one I would have traded long, and I would have gone in here if I was awake. I should have just put an order in. The problem is I need to be in a key kill zone when I get in. But theoretically, at the break of that low, if I was the perfect trader, would have had a super tight stop targeting that high. Or that actually probably wasn't my real target. Anyways, another great opportunity that I missed for swing setups. I need to keep these on like alert. I need to set alerts for these is what I need to do. So I'll make that part of my like routine. Set alerts as, you know, yeah. Japanese, USD JPY, blah, blah, blah. Man, what a frustrating trade this has been. Same as everything, was holding my short and then had a nice pullback, but then just got bought back up, man. So this is the daily. We did get a displacement here. So if we're gonna keep going down, and this is like where it needs to reverse. I think I might actually go in and move my stop loss to here, because if this comes and breaks this high, I don't even know if I want to be in this trade anymore, because it's probably going to come and target this liquidity here, or this one, which this is like equal highs. So I'm gonna lower that, lower my risk. I'm done holding this stupid trade for so long. Still a good setup. Looks like it's still good. Rejected. This looks to be an order block. So still looks good. We'll reduce the risk just because it's not worth losing full size loss anymore. I think it's taking so long. So that's the plan for that. Didn't care about any of this other stuff. I think oil is now on my radar though. So yeah, that's last week's analysis. That's how it played out. Normally what I like to do is just fill in the whole thing here. Weekly recap. Buy scoring of the week. Bullish indices missed out. Bullish on pullback entry. Euro, G, German British pound, if I can spell it. What happened in this week's PA? Indices broke higher like I thought, but made new highs, and Dow stayed suppressed at same levels as last week basically. Dollar DXY dipped, but surprise buyback, but nothing invalidated as far as like huge reversal on the Japanese, still in the Japanese trade. Still short USD JPY as it dipped, but came back and still looks decent. Being invalidated. But yeah, nothing's invalidated, but yeah, I'm going to lower my stop either way because of the way it's moving. News this week. Last week. Oh, NFP week. NFP jobs. Lots of crazy. Oh, news and the Euro. What was it? The European Bank. Eurobank loosened. Yeah. Things done well. Recovered from tilt and made one good trade and one good trade to come back. Things to improve. Setting alerts. Sticking to my weekly game plan. Set alerts and orders. One thing I can do now to make the biggest impact on my trading, I think honestly it's the alerts. What have I learned this week? Stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan and set alerts, and the money comes. Missed out on basically, let's see, what is my on, like, let's say I missed out on $400, $500. $500, that's basically missed out on like 4% gains on my account. Were there days I shouldn't have traded? Monday was terrible since full tilt and terrible sleep. I actually only journaled like 2 days this week. But at the same time, I still got in the trades that I should have gotten in. I wasn't even planning on trading some of these days. I was keeping an open mind, but I should have wrote it down. Bad. Needs. What do I need to do for this? Needs. Create better winding down habits. Alright, this isn't necessary anymore. Cool. Yeah, that's the review for last week. Let me just review a few of the trades. I took a NASDAQ long on Thursday. Or was it Friday? It was Thursday. So let's move this out of the way. So this was a good trade here. I read it spot on. I was spot on with the reading it. Whatever. We need my indicator. So New York session, or was it? Oh yeah, it was New York. Equal lows. Man, was it this? I think it might have been in here. No, because I used the flow. It had to be in the New York session. But it was the same setup here, which is kind of cool. Same exact setup happened. Boom, equal low sweep. This was a flow trade. I would consider it very flowy for the flow. Since this came down, immediately had a buy up candle that offset this displacement, so there was no real displacement, which to me shows weakness on a sell-off. So I was thinking we'd retrace, come and sweep. Man, was it here? That doesn't make sense though. I swear there were some highs. Let's look at we need to clear this up. NASDAQ, we need to go smaller time frame. So it was in here. Oh, yeah. So we were using, okay. Yeah, we're using the ES and the Dow weakness as a target, or anyways, whatever. We were using the ES as a SMT target, so for it to come sweep these equal highs, since it never did, which you can see eventually did. But NFP was the next day, so I knew that we might just chop. So as we got into here, I got out because there was a signal in the flow. I got in, let's look at the 1 minute chart. Got in here. I think I got in long here, but then got out for a tiny profit and then got in this candle here, risking the low. Got out up here into the true day open, well, midnight level. So saw the weakness on, oh man, on the ES was slowly grinding down while NASDAQ was still up. And same thing here. Dow Jones was just creating displacement. And there was like a big put spike in the flow. So trade idea was right. Got the sweep. Failed to create displacement. Got long into PD array, lower time frame PD array, targeting 3R above highs, but didn't get the highs. Still took profit because I saw a reason to get out. So that was a good trade. The other trade was on the Dow on like Wednesday. Maybe it was, yeah, well, I think it was Wednesday. Let's go the 5 minute. The 5 minuto charto. I think I was yeah, it was a long here. Same thing. Same exact thing. Came down, failed to create displacement. Wait, that's not it. Is this it? Yeah. There we go. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong order. I was like, what? I thought this was the order block. Anyways, this is the order block. Did a full recap on this trade. So came to the order block, bounced. Flow was bullish or something of the sort. I did a more in-depth review. The other indices, as the Dow sold off. Wow. So you can see, created an SMT. So I longed. Probably should have got long one of these two, but I think the flow was telling me to get long the Dow because of the, yeah, that's what it was. The flow was contradicting. So I read it in a way where the setup was in the Dow. So I got it long, scaled out above 3R, and then fully out here. Oh, no, I had a runner, and yeah, runner nailed the top. So really good trade there. Flow helped me. My analysis of market structure shifts is really coming into play these days. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ever taken these trades before. I would have never taken a setup like this. But because of my new theories on market structure shifts, boom, 2 great trades. Monday, took a ton of losses. Completely impulsive. Let's see. I don't even remember where it was. It was something stupid though. I think it was in here somewhere. I think it was in, where was it? But it was just it wasn't even like a strategy thing. It was totally like, I knew what I was doing was stupid. I just did it anyways. So that one was not really worth analyzing the chart because I knew I wasn't following my rules. It was more so my psychology was off, and I was just trying to gamble my tiny little account that I got for 20 bucks, prop account. So I wasn't caring, and that was just a discipline psychology issue. Some personal things happened that weekend, so I feel like that's kind of what I was like overcompensating for something that was bugging me. So I took that apart in my head already, did analysis on that, and we're moving on. So, boom, that's the full last week. 2 great trades. I took 7 losses on Monday. Then made it all back in 2 trades. So that's how you do it. If I hadn't done that, I would have taken the long here, would have had those other 2 trades in profit, would have made like 6% on all my trades total. If all the trades were on one account, would have been a total of 6% gain on all my capital. So yeah, that's the opportunities, and that's good to see that if I just executed correctly, would have made more than 6%, maybe even 8%. So that's passing on some props. So 10% is passing, so it's close to passing in 1 week. So that's really good. So money's there, just gotta execute correctly. All right, now we're gonna do the weekly plan. I'm gonna take a quick break here and get up and move real quick after I open this up. And yeah, so I'm gonna just take a quick water break. Be back in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. You want to come walk around outside for 2 seconds in the sun? Feels weird in here.
Yeah, yes.
Alright, here you go. Alright, we're coming back stream. I'm sorry, I forgot about you guys. For all of you many people. Alright, got some sun. Did that guy have an accent?
Yes, something.
It sounded like he was from Europe or something.
It was like coming and going.
Maybe he's like us and he's just talking in an accent. Alright. We got to share these again. Alright. Weekly analysis and the game planning. This is going to be kind of I feel like this is going to be kind of a tough one because we're at all-time highs. So, I'm a little unsure here. This week I think I'm gonna have to rely heavily on the flow. Cause look at last week, we're just at all-time highs, closed above previous weeks. Obviously nothing crazy, but yeah, it's kind of a tough one. So daily candles. This fair value gap's gone. Boom, boom. Now we got a new fair value gap. Let's change it to green. Daily fair value gap. Man, I feel bored all of a sudden. Alright. Daily fair value gap. Not much else. Obviously, buy side, sell side liquidity. So we're really just keeping an eye on this range up here. Couldn't create anything real bearish. So displaced above this low or this high. small displacement above this high, and then just straight chop. So still nothing obvious on higher time frames. We did have a big sell-off here. As you can see, got popped back up, and then this is just a straight chop, man. 15-minute displacement to the downside. That's all that we got. So displacement here, didn't give a shiz. I'm gonna swear. Didn't give a shit about that. Came back displaced again. So tough read. Only logical thing is just upside potential. Obviously, if we pull back, we look for longs. We are showing weakness though, since we're at the highs. So watching flow for directional biases. It's gonna be the same thing on ES most likely. Yes. Smaller time frame. Relative equal high sweep for downside. Similar to NQ, but more weakness. I already just kind of have an idea. That's why I'm saying it. Yeah, didn't even displace. For a flow read short. Yeah, I'll be looking short here, but not like, oh, targeting these lows or anything like that. Just, oh, take out the sell side, kind of maybe chop here. Let's just make sure we're covering our basis. Daily, gotta mark out this fair value gap. We'll leave that new week opening gap there. Let's mark out this daily fair value gap. All right, mark out this high. Okay, now we'll go back to that smaller time frame. So yeah, relative equal highs, swept, dumped, broken up again, very weakly. Equal highs again, swept it again, manufactured liquidity, 15-minute displacement. Oh, remind me later. Yep, looking for discount PD array to start looking long again. Right now we're leaning bearish, but obviously if the flow opens up Monday, everything's bullish, the tie's bullish, the net premium's bullish, and we've like taken out this low, you know, something like that into the daily PD array. It's gonna look bullish to me, but if we're still up here on Monday, if we have another dip down, pull back up into up here somewhere, something like that. Honestly, the short was would have been this PM session pullback. The problem was I just did not like how the flow looked at all on Friday. It was crap, like not clear at all. So I like to see just very obvious easy money trades. So I'm not going to trade this until we see something happen. We take out sell side, We take out buy side. I mean, you could see here, it didn't create a displacement on this low. So this could have been a little long, you know, to risking like something in here, targeting that. I don't know. Just not my type of setups. So let's write that. Right now, nothing super clear on either. So gonna wait for flow and more price action. The Dow may be telling a different story though, because the Dow is looking like a villain weaken, like a weak sauce bitch. Didn't even take out the high. Oh, whoops. Still where we were 2 weeks ago, like right there. So yeah, daily. Oh wait. I didn't even look up if there's anything here. Yeah, there's a weekly fair value gap there. Let's make that red. Weekly fair value gap. Let's make this a little darker just because those ones are stronger. Weekly fair value gap. Daily fair value gaps might still be in play. We are in a discount. That's one thing. But on the weekly, we have a bearish displacement still here, and then we haven't invalidated it. So, still looking really weak on the Dow. Oops. Wow, yeah, failed. Manufactured some liquidity all week. So the only problem, I mean, that is a displacement. So this could be valid to get short here. There's nothing saying that we shouldn't get short. So, I mean, look how it's just rejecting here. Big wick. So these are the equal highs I was talking about. Is that the new week opening gap? We need to change that to like blue or something cool. Daily gap down. What? That's been filled. Even closed it. Like close to closing and respecting it. Alright, 4 hour look at this to see if this is respecting the order block. Looks like it is. And we're manufacturing liquidity. Sorry, we need to stay organized here. No displacement on the 4 hour though. But that doesn't even mean anything. So technically this isn't super clear yet. No displacement there. Still ranging. Might need to come higher. But still looking weak though. So we're still waiting for the short setup. Seems like we could get short in here somewhere, but not super confident since we are in a discount. So to figure this one out, you need to really take apart what happened here. So displacement here, or let's go on the daily, because that's going to be the biggest one. So clear displacement here, and then displacement here, but there's nothing we're displacing besides, 4-hour order blocks. And then we really this was the final displacement leg, and we failed here, creating 4-hour displacement to the upside, failing here, and continuing to fail, filling in and respecting this area. So this could be a short here. I don't know if there's enough liquidity that we've taken. I think we need to take these lows. If this happened below these lows, then pumped, then I would be waiting for up here. But the way that this is acting in this fair value gap here, if that's even, it's not even there anymore, but look at how it respected it on the closures. So I might get short here if we open up and we get some sort of signal. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just miss it. But just a tough one because we are looking weak here, consolidating on the ES. So I think if we get a better, I think we're just gonna, let's see. It's just tough because this already took out this. This is already inside of where we would want to have gone short. And that's the high. And we did displace here. Look at that. Did we displace this low? Technically not. And we did displace it here. So yeah, this could just keep coming down. So we'll see though, because yeah, I'm just gonna wait for more clarity on this. I don't like how it's moving. For example, if confident. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. All right. Okay, we're done with the indices. Stream's at 50 minutes. Isn't that cool? DXY. This one is an interesting one. So rejected the order block, came down. We got, let's start with the weekly. Took out sell side, failed displacement. This could head up higher to take out this swing. Took that out. The swing high is up here, but let's look at the daily for more clarity. Yeah. So I think that's the next logical target. If we're gonna get it. but this could literally just come back up into here. So created failed, yeah, failed displacement here, failed displacement there, displacement there. That's good. Got bought back up, sold off. This is this is a tough one to have confidence where we're gonna go, you know, in a predicting sort of a way. So I think what I'm eyeing is on the smaller time frames. Watch how we react at the previous order block rejection that we got. Then after that, the intermediate swing. Honestly, just anywhere in here, because this is the displacement candle here. So this whole range, this order, maybe just this order block. This is the daily. So let's change this to daily order block. No questions. So daily order block. This doesn't look like it's right there, but oh well. So yeah, I think this daily order block makes sense. Swings, takes out these highs again, gets into the midline of the order block at the daily, which is more clear than the weekly. And then on the 4 hour, yeah, that makes sense because this is where we displaced this consolidation here. So yeah, maybe just one more sweep. Yeah, not looking good unless we come up here and start to reject. So, super big displacement. Let's see how we come and interact these highs. Euro, let's just put euro, let's just do this chart. Because I'm using these these are so clean lately. So yeah, swept the highs, let's even go to the weekly. Bearish, I think it wants lower, which makes sense for the DSQI. Lower into, oh, I guess I'd already got that fair value gap, but the German British pound does. I just summarize it. Euro, German, whatever. Weekly fair value gap for deeper. This is super obvious, I think. That's funny. Yeah, look at that. Weekly. Weekly fair value gap. We might even, can we set an alert on this? Oops. No, we can't, but we'll just set an alert. A regular alert. Add alert. How do we, man. You know what, I'm just gonna, trend line is easier because then we can actually get the real level. Boom. Alert. Alert name. Weekly fair value gap. Versal idea. Weekly fair value gap. Reversal idea. So in confluence with that, we may get a deeper pullback on the euro. Go to the daily. Yeah, maybe we just enter into one of these order blocks, or just respect this inverse fair value gap. So, or just takes out some swing lows. So daily fair value gap is cleaner. So we'll put that in there too. Text the daily. Let's make it a different color though, just to mess with everybody. Okay. And here's an order block here. So we don't know how deep this could go. This could come here. This could come deeper into this order block, which from a perspective of, man, this thing just gets in the way. Yeah. But that's what key for these two is to watch the DXY like I mentioned above for possible longs on these two, aka short DXY. Need to adjust stop. Don't like how it's coming back up, and may use the relative equal highs before the final descent. Canadian dollar, I don't really trade that. I've just been watching it more because of oil. And that one is a pumping, man. So if oil pumps, that means the dollar will go down. So maybe that's the trade that's about to happen, is a huge move in oil, which would cause what we're looking for to happen without being obvious. So to me, that makes a lot of sense, especially now that we've bounced exactly where I was looking for us to bounce. So we need, excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna still wait for an entry. Anyways, pumping. I like that this is happening. I don't know if I'll trade the Canadian dollar, even though that's a nice move. Possible retrace int long setup if x just on last week's if this week sells off, then not valid anymore. Because if you go to the daily, it's not. Oh, this is the daily. What the? Wow. Okay, this might happen this week. Based on Friday displacement. Okay, oil, yeah, same thing. Long may now finally be in the cards. And we want to get long for a good price since the candles have or fair value gaps. Yeah. So I already just remember what this looks like. Yeah. So look at that. Weekly dips. Boom. Wicks down. Maybe what we can do here, which is I think very smart, is use this as a PD array. I mean, look at how clean that was. The wick. So we want to use that low as our stop. And targeting, we need to find the weekly logical area. Probably here, if not higher. Yeah, that would be the target I'd eye. So we'd have to get a great entry, is kind of what I'm saying here. I mean, this is 3R if we get all the way down into here. So let's use our, need to get long into a smaller time frame, MSS, and discount so that we can get into a huge R. Otherwise, long into the entry area again. So yeah, if we dip down into the mid-range of this where these candle closes happen, buy. Or if we don't, because on the smaller time frame, let's say we come down, take out this swing low, wick it, create a smaller time frame market structure shift. We're going to use a smaller time frame. Man, this blue is not nice. Okay. Maybe even that's a little too small. So yeah, if you see here, boom, 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 this we could possibly reject. If we come back down into this accumulation zone without dipping all the way into where ideally we'd get long on a swing trade, then we'll use a market structure shift on a smaller time frame like this. If this happens down here, boom, boom, retrace, then we can adjust our risk and get in huge for that larger swing. So obviously this has been swept, so maybe we would target higher. Probably this swing high, honestly. Maybe even the mid-range. Yeah, I think that's this trade. wait for amazing entry on higher time frame, or get into smaller time frame entry model. That's the right way to explain that. Silver. So yeah, I like oil here. I need to set some alerts here. I want an alert at this low, and I want an alert as we get into this area. So. Cool. And we'll set an alert up here just for funsies. So oil is a top exciting watch, I think, here for a massive swing setup. Money. Silver. I don't like silver anymore. This is just... Honestly, I like it for short setups. So... setups. So waiting for... Otherwise, long if at the bottom of the range. Similar to gold, but I like more long-ish and waiting for the low sweeps and PA to set up a long. Key is still to watch the dollar though. Yeah. Flow Friday was choppy, but last week's flow was net bearish. Yields. I haven't taken a look at the yieldies, and I forgot honestly how I look at them to make sure to like understand. Man, yields are going up. I've had these relative equal highs marked out for so long, so it makes sense if we just pop it. But if yields are up, which means the dollar went up, or I mean the dollar did go up, so we held here targeting, yeah, this needs a little higher I think, so makes sense for gold to come down, silver to keep coming down a little bit, but it doesn't look extremely bullish. So yields, let's just take a quick look. Oof, yeah, yields there, that looks a lot weaker. 10-year yields, yeah, 10-year yields look to be retracing for a final rejection, possibly, since cuts are looming. Power of free setups. Basically on everything. The most obvious. Then we forgot to look at for oil. Got to look here. Wow, that's really, these are equal lows, so we gotta be careful. Yeah. And oil has its SMT pair looking good for a PO3 long if we get the right price action at the prior week's lows. So I think what is possible here is this could still come lower, maybe even lower. So as I watch oil, we need to write this up. As I watch oil come down, we need to see alignment ideas come from SPGCI. Is that what it's called? SPGCI, yeah. Oh, no, SPGSC. SMT pair. Okay. Seasonalities, we already know that oil is, wait. We already know that USD JPY is bearish. Oil is bullish now. And that's all that we know, really. Maybe we can take a quick look at rates. Let me look real quick. Rates, seasonal tendency. Oh, let's look at the dollar seasonal tendency too. Seasonal tendency here. So we got the dollar here, get rid of the 5. Flat. Looks like we're flat here, but eventually bearish. Nothing really crazy. Forex. What about? We need to do the Forex pairs because that's what's confusing. Euro USD. Clean this up. We only want the larger ones. Same choppy action. I mean, a small bullish seasonal tendency is followed by a big pullback. It's just a chop seasonal tendency. Then, as we get into fall, bearish. USD JPY, we already know this one. Bearish. Bonds. The problem is bonds always confuse me because the yields and bonds aren't they the opposite? So it's just confusing sometimes. But yeah, nothing clear there either. But super bullish, which means bearish, right? So bearish coming up. Interesting. This summer, I think this is exactly what it's doing, which is funny. 10-year T-note. What? What the heck? Why are these so ugly? Okay, what we needed to look at was energy, oil, crude oil, man. Crude oil bullish. Bullish and then bearish. So we've been dipping really hard down. So I think there's a lot of pent-up energy here. So yeah. Metals, gold and silver are flat, I'm pretty sure. Flat. Silver. Bearish. And then bullish. Yeah. That agrees with all of my ideas. I think that maybe that's where I even got them. So seasonalities, oil is bullish. Still. Pullbacks on metals, then bullish. And what was the other one? Same. And bonds, bullish. I don't remember. That's too. I need to. Oops. Are bonds inverse of yields? That's the. Yeah. You guys, I had that right. Yeah. All right. But yeah. So dollar down possibly. Open interests. Honestly, the only one I care about for open interest is oil. So let's take a look at that. Oil. Crude oil. Go to the COT chart. Dude, people are gonna think I'm crazy anyway. Listen to this. Okay. So we got our dip here. They were really long here, got really short, got pretty long here, got very long there. Yeah, it's still playing out, nothing clear. If we go to the 1 year though, that'd give us a little bit more of an idea. Yeah, we want to see us get into these levels. So maybe we just need to work this area out a little bit while longer since what we've seen on the SPG, because this looks like that's just so clear displacement. So we need to see what happens this week. If we come down to the same level here, we want to see it come down here. So still waiting for oil. Cool. Best setups are at indices and currencies as the plans permit. Possible pausing period for DXY and Forex as we jumped and need to figure out if we hit those highs and if euro sells and bounces, but main focus is only on indices. All right, that's the plan, man. That's it. All right, thanks for watching if you tuned in, and yeah, that's the plan for me. None of it's financial advice. This is just me making my weekly plan, doing my review, trying to be better as a trader. This was Friday's flow. Net was bearish. Tide was bullish. So that's why we're still a little confused there. But yeah, we'll be watching how we react. I think we just need more information for most of this stuff. I'll have to just make sure I stick to my game plan this week instead of getting confused like I did on Monday and just making last week an entire nothing burger. I'll do my stop on the USD JPY and look for us to possibly get back in as we might come up and take out the candle body highs since we have relative equal highs now. So yeah, all right, thanks for watching and adios.